Um, I haven't filmed an update since my last one, which was kind of sad and depressing, and I wasn't doing well. Um, I went and saw the therapist a couple days ago, and we addressed some issues and talked about things, and I understand exactly what's happening. I understand why I feel the way I feel, and we're going to keep looking at it and working on it. She gave me some homework, one of which is I'm not supposed to get on the scale more than once a week, and I have to keep myself from doing that. Well, unfortunately, I got on the scale 3 times today, so that was a fail. The other thing I need to do is repeat the mantra that I'm striving for joy, playfulness, and health. That I'm not doing this because I want to be skinny. Although I think we all want to be skinny, but that's not the main reason I did this. We talked about why my physicality is changing, why I'm not wanting to be touched as much, and that goes back to the psych issue too, as far as what I have come to deem as an eating disorder, as far as my concern about eating. We talked about how it'll feel when I get some of the skin removed, and that I really should strive for that, just for mental health, but also for physical health, because I'm carrying around extra weight that I don't need to be carrying. We can point it down to a specific day that this all kind of went awry. It happened on a day when they switched my goal from BMI to poundage, meaning that I went from a goal of simply being under 30 BMI to, okay, we went to 165 to 170. I am currently plateaued between 182 and 187, depending on the day. And as a perfectionist that I am, I'm kind of type A in a lot of things. That makes it very difficult for me, and I have a problem letting go of of that number. So we're working on that. I have asked for a referral from my primary care doctor to go to a nutritionist to address not just the constipation issues that I have, to see if there's anything alternative that I can do as far as diet, as opposed to just relying on probiotics and stool softeners all the time, because since I've added those back in on a daily basis, I've not been constipated, but it's just another pill that I have to take that I don't want to take. So there's that. Back when I was diabetic and I was first diagnosed, I had a spell where I was extremely dizzy and fainted almost. And so my primary care doctor at the time sent me to an endocrinologist to help manage my diabetes and see if we could figure out why I fainted. Ultimately, it was low blood sugar that day, and I had not had an incident of it since. But she detected a goiter. You can't see it, even when my neck is stretched out. You can't see it, but she can feel it. And so this was like 3 years ago, and I had a series of tests. I had an ultrasound, I had a gamma study, and everything showed that I had these these hot nodules, meaning that it attracted all the radioactive isotopes. And since it did that, it meant that they were fine. They were benign. Didn't have to worry about it. And she had recommended I be checked annually. Well, at the time, I had no insurance. I lost my insurance, and then I switched to an insurance that Sutter Gould did not accept. Well, they accepted, but because I hadn't seen her in so long, I'd be considered new, and they didn't accept new patients with this insurance. So I just ignored it. I thought, well, no big deal. My thyroid function has always been fine, so there was nothing I really felt that I needed to worry about. Well, after everything was said and done and my health sort of stabilized, I thought, well, I should probably go and get the thyroid rechecked just to make sure, not because I felt like anything was wrong, because everything was fine. But because I just felt that it needed to be checked. I didn't want to run the risk of getting this big old bullfrog knot. And so I went back, and she felt it, and she could feel the thyroid better, she said, but she didn't feel any additional nodules or anything. But to be safe, she ordered another ultrasound just because she wants to make sure that it hadn't grown. She didn't think it had, but she wanted to make sure. Well, had the ultrasound. And it was amusing, the day of the ultrasound. I was sitting in a room waiting to be called, and I started falling asleep. I have what I call boredom-related narcolepsy. I get bored, I pass out. It's just the way it is. So by the time she got me back into the room for the ultrasound, I was drowsy as crap. Because I warned her, I'm going to fall asleep. I can guarantee it. She's like, okay, just, as long as you don't move, I'm fine. So they got me on the table, and sure enough, I passed out. We joked that I only snored once, and it wasn't a big deal. At least I didn't move. And that was it. I figured both Dr. Patel and I both agreed that there wasn't going to be any change, and if there wasn't, then I didn't need to be seen for a year. So I scheduled my follow-up for 1 year, and off I went. I got a phone call today. I have 3 new nodules on my thyroid, one of which measures over 1 centimeter in diameter. When they get over 1 centimeter, that becomes cause for concern. So they're in the process of getting the approval for a thyroid biopsy. The word biopsy really freaks me out, because cancer stole my dad away. I'm trying to, not freak out too much, but it's very scary. I still don't have my results back from the face biopsy, over here. I haven't gotten that one back yet, so I'm actually going to go call them after I finish filming this, because I want to know. If I have to have another biopsy for something else, I might as well know that. Last time Andrea cut my hair, my lovely lady stylist, she said I have another one exactly the way this one was on my scalp. I figure if they haven't called me yet, that it's no news is good news sort of thing. But I still want to know, because I'm facing another biopsy and I can't go into another one without knowing the outcome of the first one. I went to all this trouble, all this strife, all this difficulty to get healthy, to get my heart back in track and get my cholesterol back down and get my diabetes gone and get the pain gone, just to now suddenly have, oh, I have a suspicious mole. Oh, my thyroid is growing. Oh, my mental health is failing. Oh, and it's really pissing me off. I'm angry. It doesn't seem fair. I have worked so hard. And if that biopsy comes back that it's not just simply, here goes some goiters, it's just some calcium deposits, don't worry about it. If it comes back with something more than that, I don't care where you live, you will hear me screech like a harpy, because I will be beyond pissed. For so long I took my health for granted, I told myself I was just meant to be fat. I'm just meant to be this big. So screw you, all you people think I need to be skinny. And I took it for granted. And when my health went away, I was stuck. I didn't know what to do. And when I finally just say, I'm going to do this, I'm going to get damn healthy, well, the rest of my body says, well, hey, guess what? Anyway, I wanted to share that with you. I don't see Susan again for another couple of weeks, and so I should have had the biopsy by then, I think, so I'll be able to share with her the results as well as you. I'm going to go out and put together a meatloaf for dinner. I'm off work early. I had to be in Los Banos this morning at 6, which meant I had to leave my house before 5. Then I was up by 3:30 this morning. I'm sleepy, I'm grumpy, and I got to go over for an hour and a half allergy test. And I got to leave here in about an hour, where I'm going to be over there for an hour and a half getting a scratch test. So, okay, I'm going to go put together this meatloaf and work on laundry and just try to put it out of my mind. So, bye.